nice place you got here.
Thanks, son. I try to keep her tidy. So what can I do for you?
What happened to the lighthouse?
10 nights ago, there was a terrible, fierce thunderstorm, and it hit Port Artoo with full force. I had to ward off flying roof tiles as I nailed the shutters to the windowsill. Trust me, son, I've seen storms that'd make your bones cringe and your heart cry. But this storm, this was something else. Then, suddenly, a flying vessel appeared from out of the storm, and it made straight for the lighthouse. Even in the wind and darkness, there was no mistaking that airship. It was the Sisulus.
The Sisulus?
Aye. Before I knew it, the whole crew was inside the lighthouse wreaking havoc. They smashed the lantern up at the top of the tower and ripped out machine parts from the guts of the service room down here. Brought me to tears seeing Old Faithful battered and broken like that.
Sorry for your loss.
Thank you, Buana. This old lighthouse is the closest to a family that I've got. Anyhow, Old Faithful has been dark and still ever since.
Need any help?
I've got to get these gears and thingamadoodles in order somehow. If only I had my old blueprints here, this would be a piece of crackers. This here Port Artoo lighthouse is of a very special breed, you see. Specifically built for the harsh conditions of the never-ending mist. There has got to be information about it somewhere, but I'll be doodled if I know where to find it.
I'm looking for a lady who arrived in Port Artoo tonight.
A lady? I don't get many lady visitors up here, I'm afraid. To tell you the truth, I don't get many visitors at all.
So what's the lighthouse good for anyways?
Why, all of Port Artoo depends on it. It's a proud job I've got. Misting would be impossible without it. And without misting, Port Artoo is as doomed as an eel on the cutting board. Misting isn't all that it's good for either. Most trading we do with St. Armando is done by mist as well, through the locks at Pango Kubwa. They'd never find their way back without the lighthouse.
What's Pango Kubwa?
That's where the locks are, for traversing up and down from St. Armando. Anything that goes between the two has to cross Pango Kubwa. Unless you fly, of course. But nobody's that mad. Of course, we used to have the trains as well. But the powers that be keep shutting them down for reasons best unasked about. The ships are just about a person's only hope to get in and out of Port Artoo these days. Without them, we'd be trapped like pewds in a bucket.
What's up with the trains?
Oh, they're off limits to the public now, son. Only high government officials use them these days. Why they're requiring enforcing all these regulations and blocking everything off is a mystery to me, son. I figure the less I know about it, the better.
What's being blocked off?
Well, it's the dangles now, but Port Artoo used to be an open port. People were coming and going as they pleased, by ship, plane and train. Back then you didn't need permits to travel up and down. A fellow was free to go exploring all they liked. It's like they're trying to hide something, don't you reckon?
Okay, see you later.
Oh well, thanks for the chat. Feel free to stay around for a while and warm yourself from the fire.
Hey, it's a little miniature ship. How did you build all those tiny little details?
Oh, that was easy. Rounding up the crew was the hard part. That there is a model of the old Mistraker.
The Mistraker?
'Tis an old sailor's tale. The legend of the old Mistraker. She was a proud vessel, could bend the mightiest eels to her will. The captain of the ship was as mad as they come. He was out to catch the biggest eels of them all, the Hungries.
What happened to it?
The Hungries tore the crew to shreds and left nothing but a ghost ship drifting in the fog. Legend has it if you lay your eyes on the Mistraker, don't let her out of your sights. The moment you turn your back on her, she'll be gone. And your life with it. And their model is supposed to bring me luck, but it sure hasn't paid off so far. You can have it if you want it. It will make a nice souvenir.
Wow, really? Coolness. It's a teapot.
I like to keep the kettle warm in case of visitors. It's me own eel bladder brew. Fancy a cup? It'll put some hair on your toes, it will.
Maybe later.
It's no use, Bwana. We'll need to find me old blueprints to get the machine back to life.
It's a pair of bolt cutters. I bet I could have a lot of fun with those.
Go ahead and grab them, son. They're useless to me. My toenails are big, but not that big.
Thanks, man. Man, this lamp is smashed beyond repair. I gotta find a replacement. Nothing but darkness out there.
Aye, it gets a real bore, doesn't it? One day, I dream I'll lay my eyes on a real beauty out there. But for now, I guess darkness and the odd trawler is going to have to do.
Club Timber, how may I be of service?
Hi, this is management. I mean, this is management speaking.
Yes?
I'm calling about the broken lamp.
The lamp? What about it?
We're sending a guy over to fix it. Please make sure he is allowed on the premises. Unharmed.
All right, no problem, sir.
That went so smooth.
That's just nonsense, Joe. I don't drink to escape my problems. I escape my problems to go drinking. Right, Gimbo?
Aye, Captain. Whatever you say.
What's up, sailors?
Hey! Good to see you again. Aye. We thought Barlow had you locked up for good, Bwana.
Ha! Fat chance. This Rasta is way too clever for Babylon oppressors. How you guys doing?
Feels good having solid ground under one's feet again. I can tell you that.
Amen to that, mate. Oh, the mist scares the life out of me.
Ah, I've seen jellyfish with more backbone than you lot.
I'm looking for Lena. Have you seen her?
She your special lady? Well, Bwana, I hate to break it to you, man, but it seems like she and Police Chief Barlow have got something special going on.
What you talking about?
I saw them both strolling to that big posh place on Main Street, Club Timber. She was clinging to him like she was hot-struck, walking on sunshine. Sounds to me like you've been played for a fool, son.
But
Are you fellas talking about that tall, good-looking lady from out of town who's just strolling down Main Street? If you don't mind me saying so, she's out of your league, sir. Besides, if she's clinging to Barlow, you're better off without her.
That's the truth. You try and take something away from Barlow, Barlow takes something away from you in a very bad way.
I'm not afraid of no police. I could shake them off once, I can shake them off again. I got to get into Club Timber. What you guys know about Club Timber?
You really want to get in there, huh? Well, you're gonna have a hard time. You need to be filthy rich and well connected to get access to that joint. It's not for the people. That place is full of corrupt fat cats and untouchable high society. I'm pretty sure you can forget getting in there, Bwana. You're a good man, Bwana. The place is down with the decent folk.
Tell me more about Police Chief Barlow.
He's been in charge around here for, what, probably 20 years or so. Can't say I've got anything personal against him, but like all people with power, he tends to misuse it. He likes to crack down real hard on people he doesn't agree with. And he's certainly up to a whole lot more than just policing the city. Yes, I'm willing to bet he's tangled up in all sorts of shady doings. Police Chief Barlow is just as corrupt as the rest of the cream of the crop. I swear it, not a single honest man holds a seat of power in this god-forsaken town. The weight of the burden always lies on us misters.
Nice joint this.
You kidding me? This place is the cesspool at the end of the sewer. We all flow along the gutters of these streets, drip and drizzle in our own directions. But in the end, like the soggy pieces of street trash that we are, we end up here. Wet, cold, torn apart, and stepped upon, face down in the mud.
Man, that was beautiful. We should have that engraved and put on the wall.
Tell me about Misters.
We're the little folks. We're the ones who actually do the real work around here. We're just simple folk caught in the crossfire. We come here to get out of the rain and drink ourselves piss drunk before we head out. Come back, then do it all over again. Misters are the kind of people that wind up in a dump like this. People with money don't come here. People with connections don't come here. We're small people. To the big shots in town, we're worth less than the blood-stained dirt under their boots. Bunch of corrupt hoodlums. That's what they are.
So when you guys heading back out?
Well, we can't right now. Or we probably would. As long as the lighthouse is bust, we are stuck in port. And frankly, I'm not really in a hurry to get back out there. Sure, we gotta make a living. But a short break is well deserved. Ain't it, Gimbo?
It sure is. That lighthouse can stay broken for all I care. Oh, stone the crows, mate. I'm starting to get fed up to the back teeth of catching eel.
What happens to the eel?
Most of it's sold off to upbound ships. Some stays down here for refining. You can make all sorts of stuff out of eel. Steaks, liquor, plastics, medicines. They're pretty strange creatures, come to think of it.
You guys ever go to St. Armando?
Ah, no way. We haven't got the right permits. And even if we did, the Beco can't handle the locks. She runs too deep. I'd love to go someday, though. Get out of this bloody suit once and for all.
What are the locks?
Aye, the locks at Pango Kubwa. That lead up to St. Armando. You got special ships going through there. Eel trawlers can't go through them. They just aren't built for it.
We're doomed to be stuck down here forever. Might as well just deal with it, I guess.
See you guys later. Hey, it's a picture of St. Armando.
Yeah, it's an old, outdated almanac. People like to dream themselves away with pretty pictures, you know? It's been hanging there forever. You can have it if you want.
Thanks, man. I love free stuff. No time to be hanging around in the bar now. I've got to rescue Lena. it's a floor drain.
Yeah, I've got to comply with the Port Archer hygiene directive. This eel rinse is considered hazardous waste.
I think the drain is empty up here.
Yep, the floor is as clean as a hound's tooth. But come payday, oh Lord knows we need that drain. The misters are splashing booze and yuck all over the place. Yeah.
Aye, it's the circle of yuck, Buana. Eels to eel rinse, and misters to mist.
Hey, can I play with the radio?
Yeah, go ahead and change the station all you like. You know that there's an old Army Broadway radio. It can pick up all sorts of things. It's pretty good to have in handy when the coppers are around doing raids and such.
What you reading, Gimbo?
It's the captain's navigation book from the ship. The one about all the misting business and the lighthouse and all that. I found this picture of a lobster here. I can't stop staring at it. I'm so bleeding hungry. Oh, what I wouldn't do for some lobster stew right now.
You didn't get any food yet, man?
Nah, everything's closed this hour.
Oh, okay. Can I borrow the book?
Rack off, mate. It's my lobster.
Hey, sailors, how's it going?
Hey, Buana, what's happening?
See you guys later. Hey, sailors, how's it going?
Hey, Buana, what's happening?
See you guys later. Hey, man! You have an elevator for tiny people!
Well, you could say it's a tiny elevator, but it's not for people. It's a food shaft.
How do you make it, actually? Produce food?
I don't. This bar serves liquid nutrition only. The shaft transports food from the kitchen downstairs to wherever it needs to go.
Funky place. Can I come inside?
You, inside Club Timber? I don't think so, kid.
I'm here to repair the lamp.
You're the repairman. Alright, just get on with it.
One wins the match. Beautiful. Man, this reel is all rusty. It needs to be greased up if it's ever gonna work again. Hey, Morton, I fixed your lantern, man.
Boy, that's some golly great news, Buana. Now, if only I could get a hold of some blueprints, we'd have the lighthouse spinning again as well.
Man, that's not gonna work. The door to the train station is locked. It's a broken power cable. It's an almanac with pictures from Saint Armando. Man, these pictures really glorify the place. What's so special about Club Timber?
Club Timber is the classiest night spot in the whole city. We've got all of Port Arthur's stars, champagne, and gold holed up in here. And if you think I'm letting your raggedy ass inside, you're thicker than you look.
I need to go inside to do some electricity things.
Whatever you need to do to fix the lamp, you do it out here. You hear me? This ain't no working class joint.
Later. It's a broken power cable. The door's locked and she's not opening. I guess I didn't make a good first impression. The ship that brought us here. Looks like it's empty. How's it going, fellas?
Doing great now with the fire. Thanks, kid.
What you know about Barlow?
Hey, you made some good friends in port already, eh, kid?
Yeah, he gave me a nice big hug on arrival.
That Barlow's a real tough one, ain't he, Vince?
Yeah, he's been cracking down hard on anyone who wants to hold on to what's theirs. Any poor sap who tries to meddle with his affairs winds up with good old Port Arthur lead poisoning. Working the docks used to be duck soup before he turned up, but now he's got dogs biting us in every corner. Was difficult enough back when only the union and the mobs wanted a slice. Now that the coppers are in on it too, it's tough times, kid.
What do you guys know about Club Timber?
Timber? Kid, that clip joint is as far out of our reach as the moon. We've been on the nut as far back as I can remember. You gotta spin some big cabbage to get in there.
Cabbage?
Money, kid. Forgive me for saying so, but you don't seem loaded enough for that joint.
I gotta go. I don't think they'd be interested. Sure looks like they could use some heat, but I doubt a matchbook is all that's needed. The door to the train station is locked. one bowl of smoking hot lobster soup coming right up. Voila! Hey, it actually smells pretty good. Hey, look what Master Chef Buana cooked you.
Oh, golly, Buana. That smells delicious. Can I have it? Is it for me?
It's all yours, man. If I can borrow the book.
Oh, Kevin, can he have the book, please? My life depends on it, I swear.
Go ahead, Buana. We've got plenty more of those. I have a feeling you're going to need it.
Oh, thanks, guys. Hey, what do you make of this, man?
Well, son, I'll be a crimp in a casket. This is exactly what I need. Oh, golly, I almost had it right all along. I just need to swap the shifter with the main cog and switch on the doohickey over there, will ya? I can't believe it! Old Faithful is up and spinning again! Thank you so much for your help, Buana.
No problem, man.
Many a mister will finally be able to make their way back into port. Perhaps now the town of Port Artoo can finally return back to normal. Keep your paws off the doohickey, lad. These mechanics are so complex I can't even understand them myself.
I'm not drinking eel bladder tea. It's Morton's broadcasting antenna. Nice anchor, man.
Why, thanks, Buana. Belonged to an old lifeboat that saved me life once.
Cool. Were you shipwrecked?
Aye, a long, long time ago. I stared the hungries right in the eyes, I did. Scarred me for life. Haven't set my foot on board a trawler since.
Look! The lighthouse!
Well, I'll be damned!
The door to the train station is locked. That's one huge crane. It's Biko, the ship that brought us here. Looks like it's empty. That's one huge crane. It's a movie theater named Cinema Rex. It looks like it's closed right now, though. Maybe it opens later in the evening.
With the lighthouse working again, all of the other misters will be busy getting back into port. Now's our chance to head on out and reel in a couple of the big ones. Everyone else is gonna be busy getting drunk here in Port R2, and the miss will be all ours. Empty for the picking. That's not a bad plan, Captain. Now's our chance to strike it big, lads. Are you with me? Aye! And you, Gimbo?
I'd rather not, actually. I missed. Oh, I've had enough of it. Oh, it scares me to the bones, it does.
You're the biggest sissy I've ever met, Gimbo. But I need you. You're a good sissy. Yeah, come on, Gimbo. This is our big chance. I'll bring lots of food. Lots and lots of food. I'll even make sure we bring some of that horrible pudding you like so much.
Pudding? You promise there'll be pudding?
Lots of it. Promise.
Oh, all right then. Can't go wrong with pudding.
Well, that settles it. We'll raise anchor tonight. Next round's on me. Buana, what are you doing? Hey, you're going after Lena, aren't you? You mess with Barlow's belongings, and you're gonna get hurt, boy.
No worries, guys. I'm all over this. Good luck with your next catch.
Good luck with yours. And Buana,
Yeah?
thanks for helping us out.
Come on, Angel. Don't tell me you just stumbled across the book doing research for the university. I used to know Ken Dodo a long time ago. He wouldn't leave the journal for the journey down for you to find for some school project. Well, the book isn't mine to give you anyhow. Now, don't you worry that pretty little head about the Underland, Angel. The Underland is no business for a nice gal like yourself.
I never asked for your advice on the matter. Just give me back my book and you'll see that I'm quite capable of handling my business without you meddling.
Oh, I bet you are. But I'll tell you this much, kid. You're not as smart as you think you are. We had our eyes on you and your castaway crew before you even set foot in Port Arthur. And the police aren't the only ones on your trail. You're in a bad place on a bad track, Angel. Turn back. There are enough would-be adventurers rotting in the mist as it is.
Oh, and you wouldn't have anything to do with that, would you? Don't give me that jive, you cutthroat. If it earned you a nickel, you wouldn't think twice about adding another dead body to your list.
Maybe you're right. I prefer your body right where I have it. Easy now, Angel. I'm just giving you fair advice. You better forget you heard about the Underland real quick, or else you'll be sleeping with the eels before dawn. What the?
Buana, what are you doing here?
I'm here to rescue you, lady.
The lady's free to leave whenever she pleases. You, however, are not as fortunate.
No, please, don't hurt him.
What's going on here?
Yeah, it's Barlow. I caught a little bug snooping around the penthouse suite. I need him taken care of.
No, wait! He's Count Andodo's son.
He's what? No, never mind. Just show him to the door and make sure he stays out.
Hey, how do you know Count Andodo? Hey, what the me go, you mother. Go. Ow. Let go. Don't pull my hair like that, my girl. Oh, no. Ow.
And so the mighty elephant, the tall giraffe, and the tricky monkey became friends again. And soon, all of the fantastic creatures of the Underland were living in peace.
Oh, can we go to the Underland? Can we please?
Going to the Underland is not that easy, Buana.
Aww.
One day, when you are old enough, you will have to learn that some monsters are more real than others. One day, Buana, you will have to learn the truth.
Oh, man. My head. Maybe chasing after Lena wasn't such a bright idea after all. That Barlow guy must be up to some bad stuff. I wonder how he's connected to my father. I've got to get to the bottom of this. Someone in this city must know what happened to Kaun and Dodo. This is where that gorilla threw me in the dumpster. Hey, man.
Well, look who's awake. Catching up on your beauty sleep in the dumpster?
Yeah, I'm having a bit of a rough night.
Rough night? Ha! Let me guess. High rolling in club timber on champagne and stardust, and tossed out the back door as soon as your credit dried up? Blubbering land crab.
Ever heard of someone named Kaun and Dodo?
Look, can't you see I'm busy drinking? Why don't you just crawl back into the dumpster where you belong?
Have you heard of someone named Kaun and Dodo?
Do I look like some sort of blasted encyclopedia to you? Bugger off!
Have you heard of someone called Kaun and Dodo?
Do I look like some sort of bugger off?
Well, look who's back. The knight in shining armor. You rescue your princess yet?
I tried, but I wound up in a dumpster with nothing but a beating and a bad headache. That woman is mixed up in some real bad stuff.
So you ain't gonna help her no more?
I'm pretty sure she won't be needing my help. I'm done chasing after her. I've got a new lead now.
Like getting drunk? That's usually what a fella does around here after he gives up on a lady.
No, I got a lead on my old man. He disappeared a couple years ago up in St. Armando. Haven't heard a word from him since, but now I know he's been through here. Someone here in Port Arthur has got to know where he went.
What's his name?
Kaun and Dodo. He was a pilot. A big hat, long dreads, natty rasta.
Well, that name rings a bell, but I have no idea where I've heard it. Wasn't recently, I know that much. You might want to try asking around town.
Will do. Hey, you awake?
Yeah, they're fish and drinkers, misters. These poor fellas had a run-in with the Sisulu.
The Sisulus? You mean the pirates?
Yes, sir. There's some bad news, those Sisulus. Some real bad news. A ruthless, bloodthirsty bunch they are. Apparently they've been pillaging to the left and to the right ever since the lighthouse was broken. Good thing it's finally working again, so now the ships can start finding their way back into port. But by the time these fellas came back, they were broken men. Yeah, a lot of emotions had to be processed after a terrifying event like that. 3 bottles of emotion, to be more precise.
It's a floor drain.
Yeah, I've got to comply with the Port Arthur Hygiene Directive. This eel rinse is considered hazardous waste.
Buana's Rude Boy Plumbing at your service. I see some eelerants down there. Maybe I can get it up somehow. Gross, man! The bottle is half full of waste from the bar. I got to find more liquor so I can fill it up to the brim. I think the drain is empty of yuck. I need to find something else to fill the rest of the bottle with. Maybe I should just leave these fellas alone. I don't think he wants that. I don't think he's interested.
Well, well, well. Look who's back.
Oh, hi, lady.
You look a mess. What happened?
I had some bad luck. I got thrown out of Club Timber.
With your manners, I'm not surprised. Well, don't just stand out there in the rain. You'll catch a cold.
Whoa, what is this place?
This is the mayor's office.
You're the mayor of Port Arthur?
No, silly. I am his secretary. I manage his appointments, meetings, and weekly schedules. I take his calls, mail his letters, file his documents, run his errands, and sort his cigars.
Cool.
This job is a real drag, and the pay is lousy. Honestly, I just want to get out of this place. I wish I was up in Saint Armando. Now that is a city with a heart and a soul. So what is your name, mystery man? I'm Andiswa, but my friends call me Andy.
I'm Buana.
Pleasure meeting you, Buana. I would socialize, but I've got a ton of work left to do tonight.
It's locked in place.
Sorry. Fire equipment can only be removed in case of emergency.
That's no fun.
Sorry, Buana. Visitors are not allowed past this desk. Mayor's orders.
All right. Nice cigars.
That is a box of Senor Muerte. They are specially imported from Pango Kubwa. The mayor says they are the best cigars ever made. He is very particular about his cigars.
Nice cigars.
That is a box of Senor Muerte. They are specially imported from Pango Kubwa. The mayor says they are the best cigars ever made. He is very particular about his cigars.
It's a cross.
That is the Port Arthur Hospital. It has got pretty decent service, actually, if you can afford it. Rich folks go there, but most other folks just suck it up.
It's a cemetery, I think.
Yes, that cemetery is where we will all end up someday, I guess. Gosh, how depressing is that? Get born here in the dark, live here in the dark, and then die and forever rest here in the dark. It just reminds me of how much I want to get out of here.
What's this weird thing?
Oh, that is Enola's house of butterflies. It is pretty much the only point of light in this depressing town.
What's a house of butterflies?
She does butterfly therapy there. It is amazing stuff. Can bring you right out of that gloomy Port Arthur mood in just a couple of minutes. Come to think of it, it's pretty similar to that horrible booze the misters are always drinking. Except you miss out on the hangover, of course. And it's no good for passing out either. I guess that's why the misters prefer the bottle.
It's some kind of factory area, I think.
That's right. That is where you will find most of Port Arthur's industries. The old mines, power plants, the iron works, those kinds of things.
It's the jail. I'm just gonna stay as far away from that place as possible, I think.
That sounds like a very good plan, Buana.
That's the train station.
Yes, it connects Port Arthur to St. Armando. There used to be rails going downwards too, but they are all out of service now.
It's Club Timber, smack dab on Main Street.
Yeah, all of Port Arthur sort of revolves around that joint. That is where all the money is. So that is where everyone wants to be.
Looks like some kind of harbor maintenance thing.
Oh, that is the McFerrin Eel Rinse Distillery. It used to be a source of a lot of pride here in Port Arthur before it was shut down. Now all eel rinse is distilled up in St. Armando. Maya lost the contract to them, as usual.
Ah, that's too bad for him.
For him? No way. He probably got a nice fat bonus. It is too bad for Port Arthur. We lose jobs and money for every new stupid deal he signs.
The harbor. That's where we first arrived with the Biko. Hey, I know that place. It's Morton's Lighthouse.
Yeah, it is a good thing someone finally fixed it. When the lighthouse was sabotaged, the whole city just kind of stopped. It was beginning to make everyone here kind of creeped out.
What's upstairs?
Mayor's office. He's never here though. The mayor is working from inside Club Timber. And by working, I mean greasing his palms and spending the city's tax money on his lovers.
What's the computer for?
It is the town hall records. It is just a bunch of boring government reports and stuff. I'm typing up the mayor's schedule for tomorrow so he can pretend he's actually doing some work.
Exciting stuff.
It is super boring. I wish I could quit my job and leave this dead-end town.
There! Now the bottle is filled to the brim. That's one nasty cocktail. The door to the train station is locked.
Who you think you're fooling, Mo? We're never gonna be able to push this produce. Only reason the Solus didn't grab it is because it's dried up and halfway rotten.
Shut up, Vince. Someone's coming. Hey, kid. Want to buy some corn? It's, prime stuff. Straight from the farm.
yeah, prime corn. Fresh from the farm. Fresh from the, cows or whatever.
Sorry, guys. I got no money.
We could trade. We're big on trading.
Yeah, let's trade. I'd like a big fat bottle of eel rinse.
Yeah, that'd be nice. And how about some cigars? It's about time men of our ability get to enjoy the good life. We're men of class, you know. Men of class should be enjoying a classy life. Ain't that right, Vince?
That's right, Mo. There you have it, kid. Get us some cigars and a bottle of eel rinse, and this beautiful crate of prime corn is all yours.
About that corn.
What about it?
Can I have some?
Get us some booze first, kid.
And cigars.
Right.
You guys heard of a man named Kaunandodo?
Nakadodo? Wait, isn't that guy who had a thing with that girl on the flats? You know, what was his name? Guy was always limping, had a funny way of walking.
Oh, yeah, you mean that guy who was running the bricks for the old stooge over on 6th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, now I know. You're talking about Tommy Three Legs.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, his name ain't Kno Doko or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
Great fog today, huh, guys?
It's bleeding fantastic, kid.
Is it always this foggy here?
Sort of comes and goes. Most of the time it's like this. Been a real thick week, though. Thicker than usual for these parts.
Yeah, feels like something bad's brewing out there in the big soup, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's getting cooler now, though. Might clear up tonight. Might even catch a glimpse of the stars. Better watch out, eh, Mo?
Hey, no spookies, okay?
You're afraid of the stars?
Catch a glimpse of the stars, and you know something big is going down tonight.
Something big?
Someone's gonna bite the bullet, kid.
Someone's gonna die?
Yeah, and I don't mean no out-across turf war. I mean here, on the cold streets of Port Arthur.
Hey, I told you no spookies.
What's the outer cross?
You best just stay away from there, kid.
What is it?
It's a pirates and thieves nest far out in the soup. You reckon this place is lawless? Take a ship to the outer cross and you get swindled, mugged, killed, and dropped in the mist before you can even set foot on solid ground.
Yeah, that place is run by the Susulus and a bunch of other lawless hoodlums. Take our advice and stay away from there, kid.
I gotta go. Yeah, man. Look what I got ya.
Well, I'll be damned, kid.
That's some fine stuff, too. Ooh.
Hey, can you believe this? I do this jive job for chum change day after day, and Hustler Mac sell me a bust tire, good for nothing but a trip around the block. When he laid his racket, it sure sound clean, but now I know who's the fool. He played me cut rate, and that ain't cool. I'ma owe Hustler Mac a slap in the face for that chum deal. Name's Rod Reynolds. That's R for real.
Oh, so your taxi's broken?
Yeah, I know you want to roll with Rod Reynolds. That's R for rhythm. I got the smoothest jam in town. Like silk on wheels, I bring my customers to their destination every time. But now, however, there is a slight predicament. My front tire's gone bust, and that sucker Hustler Max got his jive shop closed this hour. I don't quite know what to do. Put me in a bit of a pickle. If I had me a new tire, I'd take you wherever you want to go. But right now, it looks like I'm stuck for the night.
I thought R was for real.
R is for real. R is for rhythm. And R is for ride. Remember that. Rod Reynolds, that's my name. Driving a cab, that's my game.
Have you heard of someone named Kaunandodo?
I ain't never heard that name before. Never been in my cab. I'm sure I'd remember.
What you know about Police Chief Barlow?
Oh, you don't want to mess with a man. He's a mean dude with a license to grind your bones to dust if he wants to. If you're a smart cat, you just stay away from him.
What's hot on the streets, Reynolds?
Streets are cooking tonight, Jack. Something big going on in the city. I can feel it in a fine-tuned, extra-calibrated tingle on my fingers. This is a fine night to score a ride with Ride Reynolds, indeed.
That's a classy suit. I hear purple is the new thing.
This ain't no common purple, Jack. This here is royal purple, and no less. When you riding with Reynolds, you riding with royalty. Can you dig it?
Can I practice my pickaxe swing on your car, please?
Yeah, you do that, Jack, and I practice my kung fu on you.
I'll see you around.
Stay on top, Jack. In Port Arthur, you gotta be street smart and steel hard. Remember that.
There's a sign on the ticket booth. It says, tickets for tonight's show will be available shortly. Baron's Gold, a twisting tale of airplanes, goblins, and riches galore. That movie sounds awesome! Looks like there's gonna be a big show tonight. Excuse me, ladies. Ever heard of someone named Kaunan Dodo?
Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. We're just here waiting for our ride.
Hey, the whole facade looks like one of those funny storybook animals. Elephants, I think they're called. I ain't going near that meat stick again. You'll throw me right back in the dumpster. It's a broken power cable. That won't help me lift the car. That won't help me lift the car. Oh, if only I could get my hands on one of those tires. The car's for them. What they need that many for? I could probably pry one of the wheels loose. Oh, but I need to lift a car somehow.